Hey, how y'all doing today? I'm gonna start off this timeline, you know what I'm saying, of events, you know what I'm saying, that had caused me to have doubts and has also, in the same token, enlightened me on how a better way to live as far as the company you keep and who you deal with. And I bring into remembrance and tell you an actual, real story about forgiving and people who have offended you or have offended me, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And I think about this to this very day as to why I do not, or to the best of my ability and all my strength, do not do people wrong intentionally. You know what I mean? And it's in ignorance that a lot of people do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And to offend people, but it's those who do it intentionally. Give you a little heads up what happened. You know what I'm saying, to somebody that did that. Uh, there was this gentleman in 2020. You know, me and another gentleman, which was not this guy that I'm speaking of. I'm gonna call him Mr. D. I don't even remember the name. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those people that you try to forget, but I can't forget this instance in life that happened. And Mr. D uh, uh, was hanging with this other gentleman who we're gonna call him Black. You know what I'm saying? And I guess what he thought was is that, you know what I'm saying, because he was hanging with this other guy that, you know, he was like his little henchman or some shit. He was one of these street dudes, man. Dude was homeless and shit. And I mean, I'm not down on the homeless people, but you know what I'm saying, you know, the lifestyle the guy was living, he was, you know, he was out there doing wrong, man. And I can say this because I know what he was doing. He was stealing stuff and all that kind of nonsense. And I don't really hang around people like that. You know what I'm saying? I was by myself at that time in my life. I'm the loner. I didn't really hang with people. You know what I'm saying? Because in that area of Houston, man, you know, it's Houston, man. It's like any major city or any city, period. You don't just go birds of a feather flock together. I'm flocking with none of them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hang with that kind of shit. I don't like people, grimy ass people, because you know that, you know, it take one to know one. Even when you change the one, that's me. Uh, and with those changes being made, man, this dude took it. Mr. D took it upon himself to be Mr. Black's henchman and kind of try to uh, bogart and like Debo me. And he had no reason to be in my life. There was no situation that I had with him, but he just wanted to be like Mr. Tough Guy or some shit. And me and him ended up getting into a situation. And I say getting into, meaning that he tried to like break into my car, you know what I'm saying? And I happened to, you know, try to run him over because when I saw him doing it, I jumped in my car and seen this nigga in, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll defend mine, right? I mean, whatever. So, you know, time passes and whatnot. I see this Mr. D like 6 months later in Southeast Houston again. And I'm like, well, I see this cat outside of a Union grocery store off of College and Airport. And sure enough, man, I mean, he didn't see me when I came in, but I seen him before I got there. And I'm like, here's this guy. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, without words being said, I just, I'm you know, aware, circumspect that, you know, I might have to get into it with this cat. And he comes up to me and he says, when he see me, he's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? He kind of gave me that, like, look. Like, I surprised him. You know what I'm saying? And he said, hey, man, look, man, I don't want no trouble, man. I said, all right, I didn't want none either, man. I said, well, you all right? And he said, man, look, I apologize about what I did, man. I'm just hungry, man. I was wrong what I was doing, man. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, man, that show of resentment that he had towards his own actions and remorse in which he had for what he did caused me to have compassion because I know the lifestyle of him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's rough out here. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out in the streets when you know what I'm saying, you believe that that's all that you have. So anyway, I say, hey man, check it out, man. Check it out. Get in the car, man. And he got in, and he was smelling like he was on that street, man. Like, you know, one of them dudes, he didn't take a shower in days, weeks, whatever. And he said, man, I'm just really hungry, man. He said, you ain't got no change on you? I said, yeah, man, here you go. I gave him $5. You know what I'm saying? And I said, you hungry? I went and bought him some food and shit. I said, man, look, man, we good because I don't want to be at war with my brothers. Because I consider them that. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Even if we're enemies, we still come from the same look as me. And you know how America treats people like that in general. Not all, but in general. Then he was like, you know, he said, thanks, whatever. And I said, we good. We pounded him down. That was it. I thought. Lo and behold, uh, it was like the next year, you know what I'm saying, right around April. And I was still, you know, had my car and everything, and I was still working and whatnot. And I came to that store at night. Same store. Wait times later, you know what I'm saying? And I go inside the store, and then when I come out, I see this dude, that same dude, Mr. D, getting next to my car. I mean, he didn't see me, but I seen him like looking all up in my window and shit. I walk out, I said, man, what the fuck are you doing, man? Get the hell away from my car. He turned around and said, man, what you talking to? I said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I said, don't you ever fucking get next to my fucking car. So, you know, anger came out, right? This nigga walks around the front while I'm getting by the side of my car, and I pulled out, I keep weapons on me, but not guns, man. I don't need that, man. I don't believe I do. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I know when I'm, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna be lacking too bad. And I pulled my knuckles out, man. I grabbed him on my hand. I had my left hand, man. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. He's like, man, what you gonna do? You gonna fight, nigga? He jumped all up in my face, came around and got on my face. I said, man, back the fuck up. Nigga took a swing at me. I dodged it. You know what I'm saying? I started trying to hit this nigga, man. He still didn't see the shit in my hand. But I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? We tussling this shit in front of the Union grocery store, on College and Airport. And literally, everything was caught on camera, so you think I'm bullshit, man. I have evidence of it. This dude over there got tussling. I tried to throw him, fell on my back. This nigga hit me in my lip, man. I'm on my back. He popped me in my lip. It wasn't even that bad. I still got teeth, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't hit me too bad. But just the fact that thereof, I'm on my back, man. I hit that dude in the side of his head about 3 times, man. That nigga let go of me quick. Got up and started looking around dazed and shit. I was like, he looked at me, he said, man, and blood leaking all from his right eye and from his face. He's like, man, you hit me with brass knuckles? I said, you goddamn right, man. Get the hell out of here. And he kept walking up, and then the store owner comes out and says, man, you need to go. He's talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Not me. You know what I'm saying? God, I was known in the community. I'm not no troublemaker. And lo and behold, I lost my wallet in the middle of that tussle, and some white girl that he was dealing with picked my wallet up, and I got to see it on camera because I was looking for my wallet. And I was like, hold up, man. After the fight happened, but he ended up walking off, and yeah, I ended up getting my wallet back because, you know, the streets talk. So I found out where he was at, and he was at a hotel down the street at Diamond Inn. And thank you for being nice and kind in the streets because, you know, people see me, they knew I was a cool dude, man. I help feed people, help people out, whatever. I never took nothing from nobody. I wasn't like that. It's not in me. So naturally, a person that saw that said, hey, man, I know where they at. I said, man, I'll give you $50. Tell me. And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So he told me. I was there at that door at 9:50 a.m. Checkout time was 10. They didn't even know I was going to be there, man. That girl opened up that door, saw my face like she saw a ghost. And I said, bitch, if you don't give me my motherfucking wallet, I'm going to break your fucking neck. And she said, oh, here you go. And she gave it back to me. And he didn't want me to give it back to you. I said, bitch, give my shit. $30 in. I said, man, let me tell you something. I said, I want my money from you. I'm going to give you 3 weeks. I want my money. Oh, I'll get it. She went up and she was scared to death, y'all. She said, I was like, man, I wasn't playing, man. But I had mercy, right? Mercy. Forgiveness. 3 weeks passed. I see the girl walking down the street with some nigga that I don't know who that. She was a trick or whatever the fuck she was. You know what I'm saying? No, see her, and she's like, I said, hey, look, you got my money? She didn't see me. Once again, I get to see they walk around me. I was like, you got my money? And she said, man, he wants some money. She's talking to this other Negro who don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who he was. Hey, man, I ain't giving you shit, nigga. Yeah, you better not be talking to me. I was like, man, I'm not even talking to you, man. I'm talking to her, man. I want my money. Man, broke that shit. You know, some of the nigga, I was like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm like back hot and heated again. But guess what happened to that female? Like 3 days later. And it wasn't me that did it. I didn't tell nobody to do it, but guess what? She ended up getting hit by a car. You reap what you sow. Don't do wrong to people that have not done anything wrong to you. Moral of the story is this: treat others how you'd rather be treated, or get defeated. All praise to the Most High. Peace.